Sorry for the interruption. Let's go to Shrouded Hills. Yeah, we need to finish the Pure Ore quest. Have steel, we just need to go pick up a few ore samples. I'm inclined to finish the mine quest by simply giving the deed to the original owner. I mean the man still living in this town, just to get rid of it. Nighttime noises. I'm not quite sure how loud they are on the recording. They're not exactly insanely loud on my headphones, but they're almost as loud as this music. One more piece of ore. Ah, come on, there has to be ore around here. We switch these around. No. I'm guessing it's a dog that whines from time to time. Worthless mod. There should be more ore here. Only found one piece. That's too little. It is a mine after all. And when we were here the previous time, I recalled several pieces of ore here. So where are they all gone? They should look like sheets of metal on the ground here. Well, we can buy one even if it comes that it's not gonna be that expensive. I just want the quest to be over. It appears there's only the one. Maybe Virgil picked up some. That's certainly a possibility. I think we checked these already. Okay, we'll have to acquire one piece of ore through some other means. Normal ore isn't expensive though, so that's fine. We'll need to wait until the morning to access the shops anyway. I spoke with your sister. You did what? You tramp! She can't be trusted. She hates me. She told me how you sold the mine despite your mother's wishes. She doesn't know. My life was in danger. Stanton would have killed me. I had to sell. I owed him money. The silver had dried up and the iron wasn't bringing in enough money fast enough. Okay, calm down. I'm simply trying to find out how to help you. He composes himself slightly. I'm sorry. I'm excitable. You must understand. You must do what you feel is right, of course. Yeah, I got the mine back for you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now that the mine is back in the family, perhaps my mother's ghost will finally be at rest. I can sell the mine again. It should bring a fine bit of coin. Now that she's gone, I wonder. Yeah, excuse me, owe me some money. 500. 10,000! That's fine. That's a decent number of coinage, and we are finally rid of that terrible, terrible mission. I don't want to deal with those. It really wasn't worth the money. I mean the money alone isn't enough to decide what you do with that mission. The problem being the money when the mission is given is sounds quite a lot, like a lot, but by the time you actually are in a position to complete it, it's nothing. He has an ore. Take it.
How can I help you?
I wanted to give him the items. This is again totally pointlessly cumbersome. As long as one of us has the items, what does it matter?
How can I help you?
But this is more of a minor thing. It just, when you play these games, there's a ton of things that come to mind, how things could have been better and more convenient without negatively affecting the complexity of and the number of meaningful choices in the game. I mean, what does it add to the gameplay that you have to make sure that the item is in the correct inventory? Who cares? As long as your group has the necessary carries the necessary items, that should be good enough. There you go. That's grand, I really appreciate it. Come back here in a little while and have your dagger. No, I'm not gonna come back for the dagger. We have to do something about the dexterity, I mean speed. The thing is, it's what, costs something like 8, not 8, but 4 to cast a spell. Yeah. So 1 point of dexterity will give us 1 point of speed at this point. I'm fairly sure that it does, or every other point. So we would need 9 to be able to cast something 3 times in a turn. But for the moment, we have to invest in willpower, because by the time we approach level 20, we need to have the next best thing. Guardian ogres are probably going to be increasingly ineffective and ineffective. So we have to have demons. Demons are very... The fatigue cost isn't bad, but they use up quite a lot of fatigue. And we could use some kind of attack spell like the Fire Flash. The agility we would get from that would allow us to compensate for the lack of dexterity. There is the Body of Fire and Fire Elemental waiting for us here. So another different type of summoning spell. I'm not quite sure what to take. Agility of Fire. The problem here is we do plan to use the 2 ogre system in tough fights quite a lot, so I can't afford another spell on top of that. But Agility of Fire, if we plan to do any kind of magic based combat direct, it would be a great spell to have. I think there was another spell. Something that gave a lot of speed. Haste. Choices. We'll take willpower, we want it to 15. I think that level of abilities will last us for some time. At least at level 20, maybe even beyond that. Let's take a look at the Black Mountain Clan. First Spirit of Charles Brago. Kill the priest. Elven Amulet of Natala. Jungle Dawn needs a package pickup for a man named Charles Durnholt. Blackroot. Tarant. I have no idea. Black Mountain. Okay. We have I think we want to do some of those side quests like in Blackroot, and we haven't visited Ashford or whatever the place was called at all. Bunnies! Come on, where is the... Can't access the world map, is not available. I'm guessing I really can't access the map unless I go overboard the bridge. Again, I don't see why not. If you have gain access to the world map once and completed this, so what's the point of forcing your player to run here every goddamn time? Ashbury, yeah, we haven't explored that. Haven't explored much. In fact, Black Mountain mines will be a significant difficulty increase. Let's take one thing at a time. I want to finish up the Wilhelmina quest. Yeah, let's kill it. Continue on. Although we haven't exactly completed the quest in Tarant. We left a lot of places unexplored totally. But I don't want to invest time in that now. We spent quite a bit of time in Tarant already. So I want to do something else. Don't want to look at this city all the time. And again, the music isn't exactly uplifting, so even if it's well made, it sort of gets to you after you listen to it long enough. Visit the station. Yeah, we can't travel through the... Yeah, we can't use the quick travel system anymore. Because we are magic users. So that's another load of crap right there. It makes sense in the game world, but it was a convenience thing for the players here, so now that's taken from you. It just doesn't make for a good... it doesn't make gameplay sense. I brought a note from Wilhelmina for you. I'm sorry. She's dead. No! He did the Vader no. My condolences, sir. Yeah, he continued to sob for a few moments before composing himself. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but could you do me a favor? Yeah, perhaps depends what it is you're asking. Could you stop by the stonecutters for me? I need a tombstone made for my Wilhelmina. It's very important to me. His shop is on the corner of Mullenbolio. I know where it is. Tell him to... yeah. Tell him to come around to visit me. I can't leave my post, of course. I think it was this shop. It's either... yeah, it's probably this one. Next, we'll try to get the king's money, I think. That seems like a reasonable thing. The king's taxes from Blackroot. We now have the... we can do the quest for the thieves, or I think we might be able to, at this point, kill all of them too. Yeah, Jared sent me, his girl has died, he needs a headstone. Oh, how sad. I will be sure to stop by later to speak with him about it. Thank you. We'll tell Tarant that it's done and then we'll leave town. Yeah, there are a lot of places we didn't visit here. I do want to visit one place before we go though. It was the... yeah, H.T. Parnell's. That was weird. Some kind of show. A Brahmin? A bizarre two-headed bovine of Vendigra. Petrified dragon. But it looks more like a poorly carved piece of rock. Not really. The plague on the stand reads, amazing miniature steam engine actually works. The evil iron axe. Yeah, inside this case is a clumsily stitched assemble of moth-ridden eaten bear pelts. The plague identifies this obvious fake as the Stillwater Giant. Authentic Cree shrunken head. The amazing Gar, the world's most intelligent orc.
Ugh! I Gar, world's smartest orc. You have got question?
I don't know. What is your area of expertise?
I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics, tea.
Mathematics? Tell me, what is large number divided by a large number?
Gar not genius. Gar smarter than other orcs. Not smarter than Professor of Mathematics. I know 25 times 40 equals 1,000. No other orc tell you that. Ugh, I know much things.
Okay, what about politics of Tarant?
Tarant, foremost representative democracy in Arcanum. Chairman Willowsby try align Tarant with Caledon, cause him much trouble. Councilman Braith call for him to step down. Us invade Caledon. He no like Caledon because it monarchy. Main question be, can democracy join with monarchy and not destabilize?
What about politics in Arcanum?
Cumbria kingdom dying. Refuse all technology. Lose all provinces. Gar think King Praetor stupid. Other places side Caledon or Tarant. Few try be alone. I know much things. Gar tell all.
What?
Politics, mathematics, tea.
Tea?
Yes, Gar like tea. Gar civilized. Gar say Earl Grey best. Made from blend of black teas and oil from the bergamot plant. Excellent, Gar say.
Yeah, I'm not much for the green tea, black teas. I prefer green myself.
Ugh, Gar no like green tea. Good for foreigner, not gentleman.
Gar's demeanor begins to change, his eyes begin to open fully. But then a look of realization crosses his face and he suddenly regains his old appearance. Gar. You were going to say something else, weren't you?
No, Gar say only what Gar means. I know much things.
Gar actually isn't this stupid. It's an act he's putting on, but you need something to get him to reveal himself. And something that we don't have. Probably when we noticed the change, we could have persuaded him somehow or charmed him to reveal himself, but we don't lack the charisma or persuasion skills or something. Okay, and who might you be, sir? Sir? This strange-looking fellow puffs out his chest and stretches out his arms as if he is addressing a large crowd. I'm H.T. Parnell, world-famous showman and collector of all that is strange and fabulous. What is this place? This is my Emporium of Wonders, home to several of the world's most intriguing exhibits. Of course. What about the objects? Strange-shaped rock meant to be. This is the face of none other than Aranax, mysteriously burned into the rock by mystical forces during his banishment to the Netherrealms. Who's Aranax? Aranax was evil incarnate. He tried to take over the world and establish the elves as the ultimate rulers of all the races. Luckily, Nasruddin crushed him like the worm he was. What else can you tell me about Aranax and Nasruddin? Not much, sad to say. Theology and ancient lore are not my strongest suit. Perhaps you should talk to the priest of the Panari. I think they have a temple around here somewhere. Yeah, we never visited that Panari temple. Everyone's been sort of pushing us that way, so we should definitely visit there. What about these? We'll ask about every object. Small head. The shrunken head of the barbarians of Cree. It is told that there are still tribes of nomadic barbarians roaming the southeast, who are meant to be the descendants of the very tribes that followed the Bane of Cree on his murderous rampage across Arcanum. This head is all that was left of the adventurer who went looking for them. Miniature engine. That is an exact scale replica of the first Bates steam engine made exclusively from toothpicks and string, and it works too. But the creatures, petrified dragon, magnificent, is it not? I find it one of my saddest exhibits, remnants of the world gone by, the young dragon separated from its mother for all eternity. Okay, what about the cow with two heads? Ah, that enigmatic card chewer was shot on safari in the wastes of Vendigrad. Who can say what sorcery or forbidden scientifics were called upon to create such a beast? You might not think of it to look at it, but it was a man-eater, it was. Man-eater, so you stretch the bound of believability, okay? I believe I've seen a two-headed cow somewhere before. Not unless you've been to those blighted wastes of Vendigrad, madam. But Gar the Orc. Ah yes, Gar the Orc. I rescued him from some orc slavers on one of my many expeditions searching for oddities in exotic lands. They had recently captured him and were about to execute him when I intervened. They mistook his intelligence for supernatural possession, you see. About the Stillwater Giant. That is one of my most famous exhibits. It creates a sense of awe just to behold a ferocious creature of that magnitude. A holdout from Arcanum's distant past. What must it have been like to see herds of these creatures hunting their prey? How did you acquire the pelt? Franklin Payne, world-renowned adventurer, under contract to me of course, had tracked the elusive creature to its lair, only to have the shifting winds betray his presence. Before he could even raise his weapon, the awful beast attacked. Armed only with a small dagger, Payne leaped upon the creature. Much blood was shed by man and beast, but Payne emerged victorious after impaling the creature on one of its own claws. It didn't lead to much, at least for now. We'll want to get the Panari temple out of the way too. It was Lion's Head something. I don't think it's here. Lion's Head. No. Applebee resistance. That's the guy with the steam engine. That doesn't work. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me because I've talked to Gilbert Bates. He has a lock safe. There's quite a bit of thieving opportunities here. That was the water and power plant. This must be the temple then. Don't go there, no. Panari Temple. In the name of Nasruddin, the Panari welcome you to our temple. How might I help you today, friend? Services. Heal. Okay, what do the Panari believe in? Panari Church is based on the teaching of Nasruddin, an elf who lived during the Age of Legends. As head of the Elven Council, Nasruddin acted as a guide for all of the races until the rise of Aranax and his evil followers. Nasruddin waged war and Aranax was defeated. The Panari Church was founded sometime after that. Ask about all of these Aranax. Aranax was an evil elf who came into power during the Age of Legends. He believed that only he and his followers were fit to rule and decreed death to all of other races. Nasruddin in his mercy came to our defense, and I quote from the Arcanum, defeated Aranax, banished him forever to the void. Has this actually banishment ever worked in any of these games? Yeah, what do you mean he was banished? We are not quite sure exactly what happened. No one is banished anymore. Believe that it took powerful magic to do so, and once banished, that person never returned. Void is a term used to describe where one goes when banished, but no one knows if it is was even a real place. But the Archeon speaks of it, and so we believe. Has anyone else ever been banished? Yes, the Archeon speaks of others who suffered the same fate as Arnax. There are four who are listed by name: Gorgoth, Krakatur, Kergan, and Bane of Kree. They were all evil beings, but none were so evil as Arnax. If you ever see the Archeon, you can read more about them. Okay, what is the Archeon? The sacred book of Nasruddin's teachings. It is housed in the first temple of the Panari in Caledon. You can see it there. Okay, Caledon. About Nasruddin. Nasruddin was the benevolent leader of the Elven Council. For 1,000 years he ruled all of Arcanum and brought peace and prosperity to all of the races. His teachings are recorded in the sacred Archeon and are the cornerstone all Panari believe. Here I might see a copy of it. Yes, there are no copies. About the Elven Council. The Elven Council was a group of elves and mages who oversaw the well-being of all of the races of Arcanum. They were ruled by Nasruddin, a wise and powerful elf. But the Age of Legends? The Age of Legends was a time between 1500 and 2000 years ago. A time when magic was a much larger part of the world than it is today, before the mages left for Tala. Time of dragons and knights and kingdoms. The time of the Elven Council. Yeah, sure. We took a pamphlet. Now, are you confused in this new world of magic and technology? Are you sad about a lack of reverence for the old ways? Then the Panari religion is for you. Based on the teaching of the great elf Nasruddin, the Panari religion offers truth and guidance in this world of quick remedies and soothsayers. But don't believe us, listen to what others have said about the Panari and his belief. I've never been happier, I even sold my staff of hideous death. Myrmian Dune, a former dark necromancer. Punari Good Unga, Turk Skullcrusher, former ogre shaman. Those Panari buggers are all right in my book. Proc Hilligman, former half-orc bounty hunter. We accept all races, all walks of life. Come and share in the ancient elven wisdom and see how it applies to life today. We're always open. Come on, come on, come all. Okay, do we need to do anything here now? There are places of interest here, but I think we're ready to move on for now. I do want to do one thing. Hilton Ben. Why do I have a nasty feeling about some of these buildings? Well, it's not relevant to us at the moment. I do want to find the access location to the old sewers. I think it's one of the buildings here, and there will be new quests in Tarant as time goes by. Probably in the newspaper. I feel that some of these buildings here are related, and I hear rat noises. So out of curiosity, are these doors locked? No. Thief. Hold on there a moment, you're Mrs. Pettibone's benefactor. You've come to the right place, miss. Oh well, I guess I won't be offering you the help of my organization then. Your organization? Yeah, it's an organization of thieves, it is. Ah, being an upstanding citizen, you'd want no part of that, would you? Maybe I would. What are you offering? The Thieves Underground is a loose confederacy of all the major thieves in all the major cities, you see? We look out for each other and collect useful information on the goings on and in our respective cities. If you're being a part of the underground, there's always someone to talk to in a city that can tell you what you might need to be aware of jobs and such. So I go to the underground to get my jobs. We have an interest in most any job we're doing, but that's not to say you can't freelance a bit. You know what I mean. When you get your job through us though, we've generally knocked the whole thing sussed out, and we've attended to any details that may need attending. All we ask in return is a small portion of the check. If I say no, don't get me wrong, we ain't no enforcers. If you don't want to be a part of this, you can simply go on your way. I must warn you to never talk of this though, regardless if you join or not. We must protect ourselves, you understand? Yeah, you'd have no problem with another thief working in your cities? Why would we? As I said, we have an interest in any job worth doing, and the only way for you to become involved in important jobs is through us. But there's always places to rob, stores and such. We're mostly concerned with the big coin. Count me in. Just because I've made the offer doesn't mean you're in, miss. You need to do a job for us and then you'll be a member. Okay, what's the job? Alright then. Tarant has a fairly extensive sewer system, right? One could use the sewer system to access quite a number of locations where one has no right to be, eh? Trouble is, it is easy to get lost down there. We've had several try to map them out, with little success. Most of them don't return. You want me to map them out? Don't be daft, woman. Just told you we lost several good people attempting to map them already. We need someone to get the old city plans that have the full layout of the sewers. The city managers have decided that only authorized blokes can see them. They think people might use them for nefarious purposes, eh? Okay, where are they? They're in the Department of Water in City Hall, 87 East End Avenue, just past the Bates Mansion. When you bring them the plans back, I'll make you a full member. Accept. So this must be the place that rat sounds are coming. Jam, jammed, locked, locked. That's not a problem for us. Okay, Ogre Guard. Attack. Run away! Jesus Christ, that dog ate him alive. Okay, what's happening? Where at? Our dog almost died. Yeah, that's what was making the sound. A lot of gold on him. Okay, we need to visit Jared before leaving this place. It's very easy to forget about things. Bullets. The skulls of the Renard Siamese twins. Okay, hunting rifle. Quest items that we don't have quests yet. Or chainmail and an axe. We'll take them, we'll just sell them away immediately. Okay, our don't take quests here, or Explorer has turned to taking quests and exploration. I'm reluctant to leave because I don't want to leave these quests behind. We need a map. We need to steal a map. That's not too much of a problem. We need to visit Jared anyway to inform everything's okay. That means I'm not that interested in the newspapers. My name is unimportant, but you're Million, the bird that helped out Mrs. Pettibone, eh? I see my fame precedes me. Damn straight, madam. I got a bloke whose acquaintance you should be making. Name of Thaddeus Minor. He's the conduct of the underground for this. Yeah, we just met him. A loose yeah, we know it. Okay. It seems that we need to keep on talking to people. I'm not gonna read them out aloud. Only if there's something noteworthy being said. Graveyard. We should visit the whorehouse. At least talk to the madam. I don't think we have the stats even if we wanted to work there. And I wouldn't really see the point. But he might have some other work for us. I wonder if there's any point trying to get in there. There might be other quests there. Okay, finally can get rid of Jared. I spoke with the zone cutter, he will be dropping by. Leave me to my pain! Okay, let's take a quick look now. Want to visit the weapon shop so we can sell the hunting rifle. It's not an amazing weapon and we don't have no firearm user, so might as well sell it away. $200. Yeah, that's fine. A grenade launcher, bullets. Firearms are in no way bad weapons, but there's you need to make all the good ones yourself. So what that means is all the technological requirements to get built these weapons, they usually require multiple skills, not these basic ones, but the ones you buy. So it's not enough to take these, you have to take others too, and then you naturally have to have the firearm skill, but these have intelligence requirements. So instead of pushing willpower, you have to push intelligence. So there's quite a lot of investment there too before you can get to the good things. But it opens up quite a lot of things at the same time. Because there are weapons that use electricity, that shoot out fire, that shoot out bullets. There are a good selection of weapons. The most important factor is what does it use for bullets. You have one using a good weapon using normal bullets. There's not much point in getting another weapon using normal bullets unless it does something vital to you. What you want is something that uses fuel or something that uses charges as ammunition, so you have always something to fall back on. We don't really have anything worthwhile. All of our equipment is bad. 11 chainmail. I'm sort of inclined to call the 11 route in the armoring. Other would be the dragon skin. 11 because you can get noise penalty reductions. So we could do some sneaky things in them. Oh, these have excellent fire resistance. I recall one with a higher fire resistance though. Helm of Light. Magical helm. Light-fingered gauntlets. AC 5, damage 1. I prefer something that does damage too. Yeah, these aren't particularly good items that are being sold here. Pure or... why do I have that? Durian Amulet. That's like a lot of magic resistance. Hit chance, critical hit chance, gambling. Fated ring. Venom shielded garment. Plus 80 to poison resistance. But the armoring itself is pathetic. And creep armor. Stealth armor. This would be a good helmet. Yeah. Creep armor, backstab. Not really interested in backstab. The noise penalty reduction would be much more useful. 400 for the helmet. I'm sort of inclined to buy that. So we have a basic helmet that does nothing. AC 2, AC 18, damage resistance 5, damage resistance 7, perception -1, perception -1. So superior helmet in every way. I just hate it that, again, I have a helmet that I can't get rid of. I have to go travel somewhere else to sell it. That's sort of extremely annoying. Just wasting my time with this. Anything of interest here? Metal boots. No, we want something that reduces noise penalties. Seems like we're opting out for the thief profession at least. If there comes a impossible lockpick situation, we'll use the fate points there. Because frankly, what else am I going to use the fate points on? Maybe I'll save one for some kind of a huge boss fight or something. As a general rule, I usually don't even think about using it. So completing some kind of quest chain or a challenge would be just the thing. Okay, the map we're looking for should be here then. Yeah, Department of Water. But before that, we want to check out here. Zoological Society. There were a couple of buildings here, yeah, I want to see what they're about. A petrified egg was found in the lair of the great dragon. The child inside was only months from hatching before Belogrim was killed. This ancient iron chest was unearthed in the lair of Belogrim. It seems to be older even than the dragon itself. No one has ever been able to open it. Ancient iron chest. Yeah. Before you is a replica of the skull of Belogrim, the last of the great dragons. The body of Belogrim was discovered by Sir Walter Ginsberg in 1756. The lair, which houses the complete skeleton, is an open exhibit and can be visited. A small map shows where it is. Welcome to the Tarantian Zoological Society. How may I help you? I'm looking for Dr. Tristan Fenwick. Okay, I'm not, but who is he? Oh, he's around here somewhere. His office is just here. The right, take a look around. Okay, I have no idea who the person is. Who are you? I'm the head of the Zoological Society, Dr. Tristan Fenwick. That's me, at your service, and all that nonsense. Okay, what does the society do? According to the catalog, we deal with the animals and animal life, including the study of the structure, physiology, development and classification of animals. Some would say we just waste the taxpayer's coin. Any questions, and I'll be off then. Again, we have no reason to meet him. Ancient iron chest. Okay, I'll save and try to unlock cantrip. Yeah, it's... nothing works on it. That's to be expected. It would be hard to imagine it not being opened if you could just simply cast a magic cantrip on it. University Court. These are campuses. University Court Library of Tarant. Greetings, allow me to welcome you to the Library of Tarant to interest you in becoming one of our esteemed members. Okay, membership. That is correct. Anyone who wishes to pursue our volumes of knowledge must become a member. The Library of Tarant contains a myriad of books which house many diverse subjects. Okay, how much is it for the membership? A lifetime membership costs a mere 1500 coins. We could easily afford that, that's not the problem. I'm sort of interested in why should we. Could you tell me a little of your facilities? Great Library of Tarant. It was created 60 years ago when the king chose to make his extensive library available to the public. King? Tarant has a king? Tarant no longer has a king. The tale is a heartbreaking one. Some would say that when technology began to come into power, it was the king's desire to industrialize Tarant slowly. Others thought the king was holding technology back from the people. But the kingdom was thriving, the royal court was in turmoil. Yes, the League of Gnomish Merchants was gaining power. One day the king was found dead. The queen and the prince were missing. Having no heirs, the royal court was disbanded and the Gnomish Merchants Guild took control. Bit armor, okay, book stands, quite a lot of books. I'm guessing we can't access these, or take these out. History of Isle of Despair, Hunters Hunted, Life of Ashton Ferinwilter, Nature of the Archaeological Practice. Orchis question. I don't see any immediate reason to spend 1500 gold here. University Court. Okay, ooh, ancient diagram. Who are you? Benjamin Gershwin, Doctor of Phrenology. How can I be of service? Did you say phrenology? Phrenology, the science of the head. You see, every man and woman's head is characterized by different bumps and ridges. Through studying these, I attempt to extrapolate the personality of the individual involved. It's dreadfully interesting and phenomenally accurate. What are you currently working on? It's interesting you ask. I'm looking to acquire the skulls of Jean and Jean, the famous Renaissance. Yeah, we have those. They were Elvis debutantes who were joined at the hip with their whole lives. Scandalous characters as well. Stories of their exploits still float around the elite traditional social circles. Where can these skulls be found? Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Perhaps you could help me with it. They're interned in a mausoleum in the Tarant cemetery. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces for your trouble. Wait, you want me to rob a grave for you? All in the interest of science, miss. All in the interest of science. Just think about the advances we could be made from just this one little indiscretion. Yeah, I'll do it. Thank you so much. The information of these skulls might very well unlock the final phrenological secrets. Helps us gain insight into the workings of the human mind. I wonder if I should actually go to the cemetery, because clearly the skulls aren't there. Or because now there's no. If I return these, I'll certainly complete the quest, but we might find something. Any interesting things if we complete the quest as it's supposed to be completed. Before you stands a tall bookish man with spectacles perched on top of his head. He is oblivious to your presence, as all of his attention is focused on a telegram. Suddenly, he becomes aware of your presence and looks up. Oh, excuse me, I get so involved in these telegrams people send me. I get questions from everywhere about demons. Amazing, really. What's your name, sir? He seems overjoyed to see you. Oh, an elf! I get so few opportunities to study those of your type. May I examine your head? I suppose it can't hurt. He moves his fingers quickly over the surface of your skull, muttering the whole time. He's obviously enjoying himself. Yes, of course. Perfect, perfect. You were about to introduce yourself to me. Yes, of course. You will have to excuse my excitement. I'm new to this whole phrenology discipline. My colleague Professor Gershwin is doing wonderful things in the field. By way of introduction, I'm Professor Eakins, scientician and expert of demonology. You're mixing magic and science. I'm a scholar involved in research. Magic and science are the opposite sides of the same coin. To be truly knowledgeable, one must study a tremendous variety of things. Specialization is for insects and orcs. Okay, tell me about demonology. Well, it concerns the study of demons, obviously. I was just thinking about a rather humorous one, actually. Name of Gorgoth. What can you tell me about it? Gorgoth was a mindless demon roaming the countryside. He had an insatiable appetite and would eat anything he came across. And this is the funny part. He happened upon a village of halflings and ate them all. It seems he had a sweet tooth for halflings. Isn't that great? Okay, I guess. What happened to him? Oh, he was banished to some other realm or some such nonsense. That's what they used to do with the troublemakers back in those days. What about the scientific endeavors? Which there were more to tell, actually. I'm just scratching the surface of the new ways of scientificdom, much such as my exploration of phrenology. Science will solve all the world's ills within 50 years, you know. Seems like there's a large group of people that are actually banished and not a single one, so... And since no one seems to know where they're being banished to, it's just someplace else, so I don't think it might... If they're all ending up in the same place, that's going to cause some kind of trouble. Because even if one person isn't able to get out of there, it's... if enough powerful creatures get trapped in the same place, one of them is going to figure out a way to get out. And if one gets out, there's a good chance the others are going to come out too. Ah. What sort of books do you sell here? Well, as I'm sure you're well aware, Tarant, the university is an institution dedicated to the study of science. The books we sell here are about science and technology as well. What helps are these books? The manuals that we sell are very helpful in learning general knowledge about a particular technological discipline. If you find yourself spending most of your time studying electricity but are interested in learning a little something about chemistry, then the chemistry manual will give you a little added expertise without having to commit to a full degree in chemistry. It's totally useless to us, but when you have recipes, they'll have requirements, not just the items needed, but a sort of a numerical value. Can I look at the actual recipes? I know he has.
Can I help you?
Yeah, because he has actual recipes here. There's a value of 1, value of 10. That's or the and there's an icon here. They're both the same as that, so they're mechanical. Yeah, you need a mechanical numerical value of 1, and here you need 10. 20, 20. The thing is, there are items that you have the items, but you don't have the numerical value. So what you can do is, instead of having to learn new levels of the discipline, you can buy books to supplement your skills as long as they're in your inventory. So you can sort of, if you have the money, you can give you temporary boosts to your different technological disciplines in order to produce something you want. Or maybe especially you might not want to take any therapeutics, but you find a recipe that interests you that requires something like a small number of points, so you can compensate. You can get the prerequisites for the item without actually using your character development points to do it. So as I said, if you're going for the technology route, haggling, money, they're all important. With the magic route, I wouldn't say so. Okay, what's this? Okay, this is diagram of the gods. Each icon represents a god, I think. The circles represents how these gods are grouped and divided, and this is sort of... We found the altar where we sacrificed the ruby to get a constitution point. This is a similar thing. That was one of these. The symbol in the altar should tell which one it is. But if you get all these guys in the correct order, yeah, there's definitely... These 3 are in the group of their own. Then these are sort of grouped, and then these. Another smaller group, and another group. I can't. These, yeah, these four, these four, these four. Yeah, if you get the. I think if you get the first four right, you get a bonus. And you get the next four right, you get that bonus, and then when you finish the last, you get. If you complete everything in order, you get the over God bonus or whatever it is. And it's the bonuses given before that are very minor, point here, point there, but the final bonus is something incredible compared to them. But I don't think I've ever gotten it, because it's not really worth it. You don't need it for the game in any sense. It's just if you want to solve this, but that's it. It really serves no real purpose. You don't have to do it, and you don't get any items or that. You just get your character to be a bit overpowered. That's all. Professor Aldous Buxington, and I am the head of the religion department here in Tarant University, and you are? Million. Do you do? Mia? Oh, I've been here at Tarant University for many years. Mostly I teach classes, but I still do a fair bit of research when I can find the time. Hey, what are you researching? Studying the older pagan religions of Arcanum. I'm sure you're aware that Panari have been the favorite religion in Arcanum for the last 1500 years, but in the years before the Age of Legends there were many religions and many gods. Each of the races had their certain god that they prayed to, and those gods are what I've been studying. Few questions. Are they still temples? What's that diagram on the wall? Mazarin's Mystery. Mazarin was an elven mystic who did his share of research into the old religions. About 300 years ago he wrote the Book of the 12 Powers, which was a fairly cryptic analysis of the pagan religion. According to Mazarin, there was some sort of a deeper connection between all of them. Mazarin believed the gods and their powers are somehow interwoven, and this diagram is supposed to explain how they are related. Certain gods don't get along with other gods, so-and-so begat the so-and-so, get blessed by this fellow and that fellow curses you, that sort of thing. Okay. Can you explain the diagram? There's an excerpt from the Book of the 12 Powers that might help to explain what it means, but no one has ever been able to solve Mazarin's mystery. That excerpt is in the book I wrote. I don't want to go too into details. Pagan gods. Lesser gods, noble lesser gods. Yeah. Elven god of wisdom, the neutral lesser gods, and darker lesser gods. The greater gods, Halcyon, Wardell, and there's Kaitan, and Valorian the All-Father. And the 12 powers, they are woven together, flowing on inward. The road to truth starts with wisdom, but shadow first finds purchase in the heart. The road between them is marked with stones. And the gods, they are jealous gods, and often despite one another. Greed is beat upon by love, without the protection of the shadow. And this serves as a reflection of the whole. Be steadfast, 4 powers and then a 5th, 3 5s and then the 1. And glory to he who gains the blessing of the All-Father, who will become as a god himself. Yeah. 4 powers, and then you choose the one, and you do it. The, there's 3 sets of them, and if you do them all correctly, you unlock the All Father's blessing. If you find the altar, it's I think I recall where the All Father's altar is. If you try to ask for the blessing without doing all these, you'll die instantly. But it's something I'm going to be totally ignoring. I think I'll complete the twin mission. I just want to get it over with. I found the skulls, you give them home. Splendid years of payment, I'm going to commence my research right away. Just to get things over with. It would probably be a lot more interesting if I would actually go into the graveyard, see what's going on. Okay, now we need to get the map, and then once we've done that, we'll go. It has to be here. Okay, let's try something. I need to get the... I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sorry, madame, that is confidential information. I'm sure you have a legitimate reason for wanting it, but there are others of more unscrupulous nature, shall we say. I understand, Captain. What I want to do is wait for him to go to sleep. So I suspect that's the save we want. Okay. Map of the Tarant sewers. Okay. That it is, that it is. Candlestick. I'm not gonna... I have bullets already, so I will take them. Okay, that's done. Where did we need to go? Return these. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was this building. There, if you are a thief, focus, you don't have to do that. I think it's the most likely way to get a success for us, is we can't actually lockpick anything, and if we use magic, it'll immediately draw attention. Let's wait till they. I have the map of the sewer for you. Excellent. I could see I've made the right choice in asking you to join. 300 coins, a fair price. I'm in your debt. Now that you're part of the underground, I see nothing but profit in your future, eh? Oh, and before I neglect to mention it, there's a fence down on 11 Low Dervish Road near Devonshire. If you ever need dispose of hot items, that'll be the place. Okay. 11 Low Dervish Road. More jobs. It's not specifically one of our jobs, just an outside request. Cedric Appleby wants something stolen from Gilbert Bates' house. He has a key to some sort of secret entrance to the Bates place. Appleby hates the bloke with a passion. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Dervish Road. I want to visit the fence. It's another shopkeeper. I think Applebee's also. Boone's Flophouse. Is it this? Yep, definitely not this. 11 Low Dervish Road. I'm Mr. Black. You can fence stolen items to him. Hey, what are you? A beggar. I don't think I want to do the Appleby job now. There's no telling how long we had to be here to get all this done. We'll do a second round of quests at some point if we feel like it, but I don't feel like doing them now. I want to research those buildings, and the one, yeah, this one, if they contain anything of interest. This one holds nothing of interest, at least not at first glance. Similarly here, nothing of interest. Wooden object. I think this is the, yeah, this is the old sewer. Won't be going there now. That's It's a dangerous place. I think we might be able to handle it. That's not it, but again, it might take quite a bit of time to do it now. So we do want to talk to the woman and see if it has some kind of armor we could buy. No. Yeah, nothing of value. So let's just get out of here, and where to next? Mines, Black Mountain Clan, no. Yeah, we need to do a group of quests in the Black Road. We also could visit the Ashbury. We have no locations here, no location really here. There will be some. We haven't visited here either. I think there's someone in the mountains region is the Stillwater, town of Stillwater. And the lair of Bellogrim is also there. Yes, yeah, I think we'll first go here though. Liam's workshop? No, we'll do the Black Road quests first. Liam's workshop had a high level of monsters. They were all something like level 15 at least. So we're Jesus Christ, the dog eats them alive. Absolutely annihilates them. Grizzly Bear level 15. That's a serious opponent. It looks like this is the end for you. No one escaped the Molochian hand. It would have been better for you if you had not survived the grasp of the Zephyr. What? I'm not the person you're looking for. Really? I pictured you as someone who would accept her fate bravely. For some reason, not attempt to escape by lying like a coward. No matter. Prepare to die, harlot. Yeah, I think it's time for you to squeal like a stuck pig. 5, 10. Not so tough. Yeah, that didn't take long. That dog is insanely good. I'm not too keen on taking all this trash with me every time. Let's take the money and walk away. And level up. It has to be willpower, that way we unlock a good spell next time we get level up.